Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk today about black swans and what just happened in the Ukraine, Russia moving in. And it appears now that yes, Russia has moved in and is doing something. We don't know exactly what yet. It's hard to wade through all the minutia, all of the rhetoric, all of the mainstream media trying to build a narrative. But we're going to talk about that actually. We're going to talk about the fact that you could put anybody almost in that box, the Federal Reserve, government, central banks, companies, they now have the ability to hide things because while we're all watching what's going on over here, there's something going on over here. All throughout history, and this is a famous quote, and I will let you guys put in the comment section who said it. The famous quote is this: never let a good crisis go to waste. Now, put it in the comment section if you guys know who said it. And actually, there are a few people that said it. And I think it's very important to understand the reality of that quote. You see, right now, the fact is the economy, not only in America, Australia, Europe, Asia, is collapsing. That is a fact, all right? You can blame all kinds of things on it. And the truth is, federal governments and federal banks, central banks and planners are going to blame all kinds of things. But now they have something new, and that is war. Now, I want to be very clear in saying that these are the days, first off, that we were expecting, all right? Wars always happen, all right? They never stop. There's always a war somewhere, a skirmish, there's wars everywhere. Throughout all of time and throughout till the end of days, there will be countries or people trying to conquer other countries or people. There's no getting away from that. I wish there was. We all wish there was. But the facts are people always want to be better than the people next door to them or than the people in the city next to them. And it just, it's just, you can break it down to singular people, and you could break it down into groups of people, then you could break it into nations, okay? All of those groups want to be better than somebody else. They want to be bigger. They want to be more powerful. So there's no stopping the war cycles, okay? These happen. After a certain amount of peace, it's like, oh, we're bored and we got to do something. It's absolutely horrible. And I'm not trying to minimalize this. I'm trying to explain that this is one thing that we can't change. But I want people as investors, people that are trying to take care of their families, take care of their communities, their countries, the whole vision of Ninja Nation. We need to stay in peace. And the reason why is because, first off, there are opportunities. We get that. There are always opportunities, but we need to realize where those opportunities come from. And sometimes it comes from the collapse of economies. And right now, governments around the world and central planners, banks, are looking for an excuse to push off the excuse of, hey, it wasn't us. It wasn't our super low interest rates. It wasn't our absolute disregard for the currency that we were put in charge of, overprinting it. It's them. Look at them. And what we want to do is want to realize that, pinpoint where they're moving, okay? Because this would quite frankly be an amazing time to push the kill switch on the economy. And there's all kinds of different ways that governments and planners can do that. A lot of it's now, because of computers, through algorithmic trading, through news headlines, things like that. You could trigger sells. You could trigger mass selling of equities, of all kinds of different things. And so I want you to be cognizant of what's going on. Because the truth is, not if, when this happens, right, it's going to happen, all right? We're going to go through another cycle, a complete cycle in our economy, and we are going to go through something that I believe is as bad as the Great Depression, if not worse, all right? Especially, trying to change the way I say that word, based on how much money we've printed, where our unemployment situation is currently, right now, and where inflation is, okay? We are going to go through this. But I want people to realize when it happens that you want to be like the wealthy people or the people that did this in the beginning, hit that little kill switch and are buying up assets, all right? Good assets. I'm going to be doing some more videos on, I don't know when this one's coming out, but I'm really hitting the hammer really hard on the real estate. We are at the top of a real estate cycle. I called it in the summer. I said, look, we have begun. This is it. We started to see an increase in interest rates, in inventory. Then we started to see a panic. That panic is the very last leg up in any cycle, okay? So I want people to understand that. So now that we have the war story going on, that means there could be more pressure. Now, think about this. Today, the Dow Jones it's off of its lows, okay? It dropped down. It's off of its lows because that initial panic. I did a live stream the other night where I said, guys, this is not the time to panic buy into gold, into silver, into oil. You know, there's always a panic and an emotional burst, and then it comes down. Now, this could happen again, and we could see another, you know, panic, emotional burst. We could see another drop in the market. We totally can. And am I expecting this? Yes. I believe, and this is not financial advice, trading advice. I'm just a dude with a brohawk, a dream, and a McDonald's coffee. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I should be, though. My point being is this. These are the times to be at peace and to really watch. Remember, of all the times in your life where you took time to think when you heard something, and rather than react and speak, and you just took time to think and you mulled it over in your head, and either you never spoke afterwards or you said something a lot smarter than you normally would have. Those times in life are usually you could go back and go, wow, that was, I really played that one right. Well, it's a skill we need to learn. Just sort of taking the information in, being calm, and thinking before we act, before we speak. And in the first few days of a altercation between countries, all right, and that is what this is. This isn't a massive ground invasion as of yet, although by the time this video comes out, I could be completely wrong. But think about this. This isn't like, you know, a legion of tanks rolling over, thousands of rockets flaring up. You know, we're getting reports in as soon as we, you know, as fast as we can, and people are trading this advice. People are trying to plan, but I'm telling you right now, I do not see personally. I see in the month of March a lot of serious stuff happening, and I do not think this is the time to be running out and going out and getting into deeper debt, buying a car that we can't afford, buying a house we can't afford, you know. And now there's times to buy homes. Like I told you just recently, I went and put an offer in a house, and we got outbid by $100,000, literally by people that were panicking. They'd been outbid by X amount of homes. They were stressed out, frustrated, and said, "The heck with it, we're going 100,000 over," and completely blew that price per square footage out of the market. I mean, it was impressive. But I was still going to buy that because at the price I was putting in my offer for, it made sense because we were going to turn that liability into an asset, both you know, rental income and agricultural income. So anyway, my point being is this. These are the times to stay at peace, think before you act. I believe things are going to get tougher going into this spring, especially as the supply chain gets tighter and supplies get tighter. Guys, look at the things you need. I'm going to go out and buy some extra dog food today because why not? Do I think the price of dog food is going down anytime soon? No. I'm going to go buy a little extra. All right, guys, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. The Economic Ninja is out.